And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live. Yep, got a little late start, and that's okay. We'll let her be over there in just a second because we have our first guest ready to go. We're here live again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Of course, you know what we're going to be pushing. We're going to be pushing the dragon fruit. Well, we'll give you one here in a minute. A frosted dragon fruit or a frosted pineapple dragon fruit. Or you have the option of that or the tea, the Sunjoy Lemonade. And then the spicy barbecue chicken sandwich, grilled, regular, or spicy. So that's what's going on right now. All Chick-fil-A's where we are broadcasting live on this Monday, ready to go. Show number 2,280. They said it wouldn't work. It's working, 2280. Getting ready to sign up a new sponsor today. We're pretty excited about that. Tell you about that tomorrow. So it's growing, keeps trucking. We had a record month, another good month last month, over 75,000 views. Appreciate that very much. So she's going to join us here just in a second. She would be Mrs. Blevins from Northeast Community Credit Union. We're going to be joined by Mike Horn, baseball coach. Also, we'll be joined by Nick Miller, the assistant athletic director. He's setting you up for the regional, which is going to be coming up Friday night, the doubleheader on Friday, the 3A regional. This year it's at our place. Again, it's District 1's turn to host it, and even more finite since you win the championship yesterday. For the second consecutive year, the Cyclones will host the tournament Friday night and Saturday from Northeast Community Credit Union Ballpark. So we'll talk all about that and more. We've got lots to talk about: the NBA, the National Hockey League, Major League Baseball. Let's get it started as we always do with the national anthem. Let's go down here and find him. It should be, I think it's Chris Stapleton's turn to sing, and it is. Here he is, the national anthem on show number 2280 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad strides and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we walked were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular upon her singing out, yeah, through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome to the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Look who stopped by. One of the nicest ladies in the world. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Tom.
Yes.
And everyone.
And everyone. Long time. Haven't had you on for a while.
It's been a long time.
Fuck.
This is my first time on the actual show, though.
I know that. That's cool. Oh, bless you, Mary Beth. God bless you. Look what she brought me. Oh, yes. You ever had one of these?
I have not.
Do you like smoothies?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh.
Milkshake smoothies. I'll have to try one.
Oh, yeah. You can get one because you're the guest. You can get one
That sounds like a plan.
as you're heading back to the workhouse. So, we were talking off air. Today is Cinco de Mayo. I had no clue what Cinco de Mayo meant and what it is. And you looked it up for us. It's a celebration, in essence, of a military holiday, right?
It is in Mexico.
Mm, 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 mm.
Believe the year was 1862.
1862.
Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of restaurants with employees of Hispanic descent, a lot of times they take the day off. So, I don't know what that'll do for a sit down restaurant, which says, you know what, don't go to a sit down restaurant today. Come to Chick-fil-A. Because they're open. Mary Beth has brought me a drink, and so they're here going good. But anyway, Cinco de Mayo Day today. Sunday is Mother's Day. Now, you're a mama,
Yes.
and you have your mother still with you. So
Yes, I do. Very
and-
fortunate.
I was getting ready to say, for those of you out there that still have a mama, I don't, mine's gone. So I would encourage you, almost beg you or plead with you to go spend time with mama. Call her. If she's close by, go take her out to eat, go spend time with her. If she's out of state or where you can't get to her, certainly call her and talk to her, FaceTime or whatever. So your husband's lost his daddy, so we know how,
It is. It's tough.
how tough it is and how, I mean, the book says we're like handmaid for a little while we're gone. So it's so fleeting. So if you got your mama, go do something for her or go come get her a Chick-fil-A. If the boys got you a Chick-fil-A card for Mother's Day, would that make you happy? Is it good?
I mean, it'll probably be spent on them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's what mamas do.
But yeah, I would be very happy whatever they give
Yeah,
me.
absolutely. So seriously, it's coming. We'll be talking all week long. All our different sponsors. I know Big John's got that little steel handheld vacuum cleaner for sale for Mom. It's like we'll be there tomorrow with the show. So all week long we'll be talking about it. Double C's got something going on for Mom for Mother's Day. So Mother's Day is here coming up Sunday. Please don't forget your mama. And of course you need cards. Go to Food City, our great sponsor. You got all kinds of cards, balloons, cakes, big cookies, whatever you want to get her. Please get Mama something. You got a great selection of flowers at Food City, so please please do it for Mom for Mother's Day, because mamas love it, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. So you got teenagers, but even grown up adult kids, mamas still like to get something from the kids.
Oh yeah. That's for never ending.
Absolutely. So lots going on at Northeast Community Credit Union.
We do have a lot going on.
It's just happening. Love the new look. By the way, the new lobby. It's
It's
awesome.
coming along really,
Yes.
really well. It's definitely a nice facelift for the credit union on the inside of our main branch, and then we've got the new community center that's right beside of it, and still very much under construction. But
Mhm.
if you haven't been inside the main branch, definitely pay a visit. It's coming along great. It looks beautiful. Still a little bit of work to do,
Mhm.
but overall, it's exciting things happening at the credit union.
A lot of growth. That's a good
lot
thing.
of growth.
Yep.
Yes.
This is Whitney Blevins, by the way. She got promoted, used to be the Oakland Avenue manager in Johnson City, which we're there a lot. And so Aubrey does her job now, does it well, but she's been promoted, and you work with businesses and commercial loans,
I do.
and that's a happening thing, right? There's a lot of growth there.
There is, especially, small business loans. Not a service that our credit union has provided. So this is a newer service, and we definitely want to get word of mouth out, trying to promote that. I believe we've got great rates, great terms. We offer fixed rate commercial terms. We also offer variable rate. But I believe overall we have a great thing going, and just want to expand our services to our community. So if you are in the market for commercial lending
Mhm.
or just want to start a business, I also open business accounts for the credit union. And, we would love to be your point of contact. We would love to help start you on the path to grow your business and offer those services to your company
Sure.
to help expand and grow your company.
And so if you're getting ready to start a new company, or you're self-employed,
Hmm.
or anything comes under a quote-unquote business, and you need a little shot in the arm financially, you can help them.
Yeah, we sure can. We offer a lot of different commercial lending products. We do, commercial equipment. We do commercial autos for businesses, like fleet vehicles for your business if you've got several vehicles on the road.
Mhm.
Commercial real estate. So if you're looking to buy a little mom and pop a building and want to start a restaurant or just anything, we could look at the financing for that. Just so many different options that it's worth paying me a visit and coming to talk to me.
Absolutely.
Because we could hopefully try to work something out one way or the other.
She can get her done for you. So
Yes.
she works hard. That's why she got promoted. Now, a couple of years ago, she actually helped me. It was on a Labor Day, if I remember
I
correctly.
think so.
It was a Labor Day Monday. She
Yes.
helped me do a ball game. She did the color on one of our JV football games for Elizabethton,
We were playing Greenville.
playing Greenville, which is the typical Labor Day. Yeah, Labor Day celebration. I think this year's gonna be up here, if I'm not mistaken. Last year they played it down in Greenville.
I was going to say it's usually flip-flopped, I
hmm
believe.
So I think it's up here this year. If that's the case, we don't have to travel. I'm spoiled now by doing things at Citizens Bank Stadium. We'll have Mrs. Blevins help us on Labor Day do the JV football game. Are you in?
I can try my best to be there.
She was there before, did a wonderful job. So I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So trying to encourage my granddaughter to get involved in broadcasting. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting close. But I'm all about ladies helping. And so Mrs. Blevins did a wonderful job. And her husband, he said you did a good job too, didn't he? Did he give you the kind
I
of
think he told me I did pretty good.
seal of approval?
Yeah.
So I thought she did great. So, and we talked about it Friday night at the baseball game. We're 15, I guess it's coming, this coming Friday night, I think it's down to 14 weeks till kickoff. Let me see here real quick. So,
It's getting close.
as I looked this up, how do they get a hold of Whitney? How can we get a hold of you and talk to you more about what's going on as far as the loan?
As far as the loans, well,
Call you.
the 547-1200 is our main point of contact for the credit union as far as the phone number.
Mhm.
So you can call me, you can email me, but I would say just pick up the phone and call me, and we'll take it from there. But scheduling a time to come in and speak
Mhm.
would be the best option as far as just trying to figure out what all products and services would meet your needs.
109 days till kickoff for high school football for everybody, not just Elizabethton, but we'll start at Science Hill this year. 109 days away. Tomorrow will be a tour of schools brought to you by Northeast Community Credit Union. Tomorrow, our first stop was the West Side. Tomorrow will be at Elizabethton High School. Then next week will be East Side, and then the following week, which is the final week of school, which is hard to believe, the final week will be T.A. Duggar and Harold McCormick. So tomorrow will be at Elizabethton High School, thanks to Northeast Community Credit Union. And the Readers for Winners promotion that we're doing, the Reading Incentive Program, brought to you by Northeast Community Credit Union. We got the green light. We're going to go for the next year, going for the next year as well, which will be our 4th year of doing it, which is really cool, the tour of schools. And so tomorrow we'll be there for an hour, which you've been around Elizabeth High School, you know this. You can't showcase all the good things in 1 hour, but we're going to do the best we
Good
can.
school.
Yeah, it's a great school. So we'll be there tomorrow, thanks to the NCCU. So
Awesome.
business loans, commercial loans, that's what you want to talk to.
Yes.
If
Business accounts.
business accounts, you want to open up a business account,
Mhm.
checking account for a business, you can do that
Yeah,
too,
we can
right?
do that, and I believe that our business account options and services are also very, very good, especially for your beginning and small business owners who are, very looking for minimal cost going into things. We can provide essentially a free checking account for your business, and
Mhm.
with a small deposit of $15, get you started, and then take things from there.
Don't want
Let you
names. Sure, let you get you on the road. Don't want names from a confidentiality standpoint, but what are some of the types of companies you help already? Some of the things you help people with.
I've helped with commercial equipment for just
There you go.
landscaping. We've got a lot of the FEMA work going on around here right now,
Mhm.
cleanup. So these big pieces of equipment are kind of a up and going thing with companies that are looking to try and expand some of their
Sure.
services to help with the cleanup. I've done auto for businesses, and we've
There you
also
go.
done some commercial real estate.
There you
So
go.
I've kind of done a little bit of everything since I've been in the position, and looking forward to hopefully growing the services for the credit union, and ready and eager,
Absolutely.
motivated,
Absolutely.
ready to find a way to help.
Yep. She does a great job, folks. I can tell you firsthand. Of course, I'm not had to get a commercial loan from her, but I just know working with her every day as the previous branch manager at the Oakland Avenue location. Top shelf, good lady. So, and her employees Loved her then, they love her now, they miss her. They love Aubrey, but they say, man, we miss Whitney. So there you go.
I do miss them too.
Yeah,
So.
which is a great compliment to
Yes.
you. So
Well, thank you.
now, football. Wait, do you watch NBA? Are you an NBA person?
I do. I watch NBA. I've watched a little bit of the playoffs.
Okay.
So.
Who are we pulling for?
That's tough. There's a few different teams that I like, but I always pull for underdogs. So
Mhm.
I'm one of those that like to see the underdog pull through and win it all if they can. But I don't know. I like Golden State Warriors.
Mhm.
There's
They
a
won
few-
yesterday.
They did. They won their game 7 last night. That was a great game.
The Pacers surprised Cleveland yesterday, which was a
Pacers is a
surprise.
good team,
Mhm.
and I like the New York Knicks. I like them, and then I also like the Bucks. So
Yeah. So the Knicks start their series with the Celtics tonight. Is that correct?
that is correct. Yeah.
We got all that for you coming up here in a few minutes. So the NBA, were you disappointed LeBron got knocked out?
I mean,
No, I'm not. But I'm a Celtics guy. But I
I
not.
don't know. I feel like they're a good team, but
Mhm.
I'm not a huge LeBron fan. So
Yeah, I'm not either. Obviously, because I'm a Celtics
he's a
guy.
great basketball player, though.
He is.
So he's a great athlete.
He
He does
is.
a lot for the world.
Give him props. Yep.
Yeah.
He is a great athlete, a great basketball player. But being a Celtics guy, it's okay. What surprises me, you're a basketball, and I'll let you go. Mike McClung, here's this kid from Gate City
hmm
with the Osceola Magic. The guy's the MVP. He's set scoring records for this franchise, which is a minor league team of the Orlando Magic. He's won the NBA slam dunk 2 years in a row, and they won't give him a chance to play the NBA. Why is that, do you think?
I really don't know. I'd say he probably is just. I mean, my kids are smaller, so I know we've been overlooked due to size and things to that nature. But
But they can. Hello,
I don't
girls.
know.
Hello, ladies. I know they can play. You know what? I forgot to put the sign up. The sign's right there. They're looking at me like, "Who is that?" Because I forgot to put the sign up, which I'll do. But yeah, maybe he's just not big enough. I don't know. But the guy scores.
he can. He's a
just-
great athlete. I really don't know what the
Yeah.
issue is, but maybe he'll get a chance one day. But I know time's ticking and age becomes a factor at a
There you
certain
go.
point in your life. So hopefully he does get the opportunity
Yep.
to prove himself, because
Prove
I think
himself.
he's a great athlete.
Yep. I know you gotta get back to the shop, get you some lunch if you want to get one of these
Thank you.
dragon fruits,
I'll try one.
frosted one. Yeah, absolutely free. Why not? It's all because you're a guest on the show. I'm trying to get down to where we can play NCCU, the Christmas Club account. I love doing that because we look. You want to know how many days? You probably don't want to know how many days, Chris. I've got it on my. You know, I used to come into the credit union
Yes.
and do that.
It was usually that or the count to
Football. Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's do it before we go. That way I can
How
say
many
it.
days till Christmas?
Christmas Eve, yeah. You can open up a Christmas Club account at NCCU. Here we go.
196.
See what you got.
I don't know if that's even close in the ballpark. Oh, wow.
233 days, which it'll be here before you know it. I promise you. I mean, here it is. We're talking Mother's Day. Seems like the other day it was Valentine's Day. So, anyway. Whitney Blevins, Northeast Community
Thanks for
Credit
having me,
Union.
Tom.
Great job. See, you can do this. You'll come back again, won't you?
Yeah, I'll
You're
be
going to
back
come back.
next month.
Yep, every 3 weeks,
Yeah.
4 weeks. We're rotating between she and Andrea and Wesley, and the other young lady's name is
Amanda.
Amanda.
I believe you will meet her next
week. Yeah.
Mhm.
So there you go.
Yep, so hopefully I'll have something more exciting or some more exciting information to share with you
Yeah.
my next time around.
It's awesome. Thanks for coming. Enjoy your lunch. We'll talk
All
soon.
right, thank you so much, Sean.
She's a class lady. Love working with this lady. She's awesome. Quick break. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball and some NBA. And also, we got the regional set for baseball. We'll talk all about that coming up next on show number 2280. They said it wouldn't work. 2,280th show of the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Senator Craig, you're one of our great sponsors. Christmas Club Savings Account for next year. Tell me about it.
Yes, let's talk about it because now you're going to have 12 months to do this. What better time than right now to open your Christmas Club savings? There's no cost on this. This is just something that we can help you transfer automatic funds, either weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, out of your check. So that way you won't even have to worry about it. And each time that you have that transferred, either you can do it yourself or deposit into this account, or we can have automatic draft set up. That's just convenient for you. And like I said, it's just another sub account to your savings and checking at Northeast Community Credit Union. So if you have any questions, visit bemycu.org or come in and see us at one of our convenient locations or call 423-547-1200.
And you cut checks when? Next year? October, November? So when you get your checks?
Yes.
Save it up all year?
Yeah, so direct deposit could be your monthly paycheck.
Okay.
And so you can allocate a percentage of that paycheck into the Christmas Club. And that way, when you get to October, November, it's going to be built up. And so it's a great feature, and people love it.
The Christmas Club Savings Account for Christmas 2024
Yes.
from Northeast Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. And back with the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. It is Cinco de Mayo today. Just understand it. Go to some of the restaurants. They may or may not be able to serve you as quickly because a lot of times the Hispanic folks take their day off because it's a holiday for them. So just be ready to understand that. But, that's okay. You can come right here and eat to your heart's content at Chick-fil-A here in Elizabeth. You can order it in here in the lobby. Come to the two-lane drive-thru or go on your phone onto the App Store, go Chick-fil-A one, put it on there, the order, you can pull right up to the curb. They'll bring it out to you. Also, the tables, I guess you know this, when you come to Chick-fil-A, all the tables are numbered. So, for example, this is table number 22. You can call ahead of time and say, I'm going to be setting table 22. You can drive in. I've seen this happen before. And you come in and sit down, and at table 22, they've got your food waiting for you. Or you walk up and get it, and they'll say, this is for table 22 for Taylor. I mean, do that, and it's really, really, really easy to do. So that's another option they offer at all Chick-fil-A's. Of course, we're right here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on this Monday, May 5th? All right, yeah, May 5th, 2025. Major League Baseball is set to schedule for today. The Braves open up the series with the Reds tonight in Atlanta. Now, this is part of the home and away series. Now, when the Reds host the Braves in August, it'll be a three-game homestand for the Reds in Cincinnati. That middle game will be played at Bristol Motor Speedway. So the first game will be in Cincinnati in August. Middle game will be in Bristol, and the final game will go back to Cincinnati and play that final game. So here's the homestand for the Braves hosting Cincinnati starting tonight. Smith-Shawver will go for the Braves. Brady Singer will go for the Reds. Other games going on today, pretty good ones. San Diego opened up a series in New York against the Yankees. Yankees are in front of the East. We'll go through the standings in a moment. Padres are chasing the Dodgers in the NL West. San Francisco will battle the Cubs at Wrigley. That's a good setup, good series. Both those teams are red hot right now. And probably the best one, which has really surprised the Athletics that were Oakland, now they're in Sacramento. They're battling Seattle for first place. They're going to play each other. We'll run down the standings in a moment. The Dodgers will go, leaving Atlanta, move into Miami to battle the Marlins. Cleveland and Washington tonight. White Sox in Kansas City. Milwaukee hosting Houston. The Cardinals home to Pittsburgh. Cardinals getting hot. The Mets are not. Mets are in a tailspin. They'll be in Arizona. And we told you the other three games of significance. So looking at the standings, first off in the National League, in the East, the Mets lead the Phillies by 2.5, but the Mets have lost 2, and they've lost 6 out of 10. The Phillies have won 6 out of 10, and they're closing the gap. The Braves won 6 out of 10. They're 6 out. Braves are still 3 under 500 at 15 and 18. The Phillies at 2.5 back are chasing the Mets. Again, the Mets have lost 2 in a row, and they've lost 6 out of 10. In the Central Division, the Cubs lead the Reds by 3 and the Brewers by 4. Now, the Reds have lost 2 in a row, but they still won 6 out of 10. The Cardinals are a hot team in that division. They won 2 in a row and 6 out of 10. They're starting to make some noise, starting to wake up. It's funny, the guys just triggering the success is Nolan Arenado, the guy that tried to trade all spring training, and he kept balking at the no-trade clauses. He wouldn't go where they wanted him to go. Now, he's one of the leaders of the team, which I find interesting. In the West, the Dodgers have won 7 out of their last 10. They're 7-3. They've got the best record in baseball at 23-11. They lead the Padres by only a half game because the Padres are red hot. They won 5 in a row and 6 out of 10. Again, they'll open up the series in New York against the Yankees tonight. And the Giants are hot. They're in third place, only a game and a half out. The Giants have won 3 in a row. They won 6 out of 10. So the Giants are hot. That's in the National League, the American League. In the East, the Yankees have lost 2. This is a division where everybody's really in a tailspin. The Yankees have lost 2 in a row. Red Sox have lost 2 in a row. The Blue Jays have lost 2 in a row and 6 out of 10. And the Orioles have lost 2 in a row and 6 out of 10. Yankees lead the Red Sox by 2, the Rays by 3, and the Blue Jays by 3. In the American League Central, Detroit's won 7 out of 10. They lead Cleveland by a game and a half. The Guardians right there, they won 2 in a row and 6 out of 10. They just keep playing quietly. They just keep playing really, really good baseball in Cleveland. The Royals have woke up. They've won 2 in a row and 8 out of 10. They're now only 3 games back in the Central. In the West, the 2 front runners play each other, as we said. We'll play that one in Sacramento tonight. The Mariners have won 8 out of 10. They lead the Athletics, who won 7 out of 10 by 2 games. And the Astros are coming. They're just 3 games back, and they'll open up the series tonight in Milwaukee. So that's your Major League Baseball standings and schedule. Again, the standings, or the schedule. The Dodgers in Miami tonight. Everything's under the lights. Cleveland at Washington. Yankees hosting San Diego. The Reds in Atlanta. White Sox at Kansas City. Houston and Milwaukee. The Cubs will be hosting San Francisco. Cardinals hosting the Pirates. The Mets will be in Arizona. And the Athletics hosting Seattle. That's your Major League Baseball schedule for this Monday, May the 5th. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. We'll take a look at the NBA and the National Hockey League and high school baseball. The regionals are set. Who plays where? We'll tell you about that coming up after this from the Eagle Center on show number 2280. The Tom Taylor Sports Show live today at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Right back after you see this. One of the great sponsors of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Folks, never been here. What's going on at the Eagle Center? Tell me about it.
Well, we have so many good things going on. I have wonderful vendors who keep their booths stocked fresh and organized and neat and with new things all the time, great prices, a great selection. We have 2 floors and almost 50 vendors, and you won't see the same thing twice.
A waiting list to get here, downtown Elizabeth, the Eagle Center. Again, it is open, what's your hours?
We're open 10 to 5, Monday through Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Closed on Sunday.
Closed on
Pretty
Sunday.
obvious. So, anything you want, again, what's your little catchphrase you always say?
Things tell a story when people no longer can.
Mm-hmm. So, what's the neatest thing about the Eagle Center? You own the place. What do you think is the neatest thing?
There's so many neat things. You know, so many people have this idea of what an antique store is. We have a little bit of new, a little bit of old, and a lot of in between. It's clean. It's not musty and smelly. It's well lit. It's fun. I mean, there are so many things here to add character and conversation to your homes, gift ideas. We could go on and on. It's a really great store.
How do we find you on social media?
You find us on Facebook, the Eagle Center Co-op, and then on Instagram, it's Eagle Center Antiques.
And the magic phone number is?
The number is 542-6674.
Here you go. One of our great sponsors in downtown Elizabethton, the Eagle Center. Proud sponsor of the Tom Lewis Sports Show and Elizabethton Cyclone Sports.
My name is Michael Vance, Vice President of Advanced Heat Pump Systems. Advanced Heat Pump Systems has been open and providing service for over 35 years. The services we provide are installation and service of home heating and cooling systems. Our company's goal is to provide quality service for our customers. The reason you should hire Advanced Heat Pump Systems is because we offer a dependable, quality, trained technician to service your heating and air conditioning.
And by with the Tom Builder Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Let's take a look first off at softball and baseball. Let's take a look at softball first, thanks to the Johnson City Press. Our buddy Andrew Smith sent this to me this morning. So here we go in 4A baseball today. You have the elimination game, Dobbinsville and Westridge at 5 o'clock. Daniel Boone and Lady Hilltoppers at Science Hill play at 7 o'clock tonight. All this, there's rain in the forecast. We'll see if we get them in. In the 3A softball tournament in Jonesboro, Crockett plays Unicoi County at 5:30. Sullivan East and Elizabethton at 7:30. Yep, Crockett, Unicoi County. That's not right. I know Tennessee High plays today. That's not correct. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's Elizabethton and Tennessee High at 7:30 tonight is that game. But I know they're playing softball in Jonesboro 3A. Let's see, in 2A, single elimination, Happy Valley and Hampton. The winner will play Chucky Doak, Johnson County, West Green. That winner will play South Green. In the single A, Bayleton, North Green University High at 5 o'clock, and Cloudland and Unaka at 7 o'clock in softball. In soccer in Double A tonight, Unicoi County and Sullivan East at 6. In single A soccer, Cumberland Gap, University High, and Cosby at Chucky Doak. That's your softball and soccer schedule for today. Baseball's been decided. The regionals are set as far as who's going in District 1. In single A baseball, being played at University High, which I would assume at Knoxville TVA Credit Union Ballpark in Johnson City. University High and North Green are in single A. In 2A, the regional tournament will be played at Chucky Doak. Chucky Doak hosting West Green. We saw them last week. They're a good ball club. They're in the 2A. In 4A, being played at Science Hill. And I would assume that's Knoxville TVA Credit Union Ballpark as well. Science Hill will play Jeff County Friday, and Dobbinsville plays Morristown West Friday. In 3A, right over the hill here at Northeast Community Credit Union Ballpark, Elizabethton and Granger Friday night, and Unicoi County and Greenville Friday night. And those two winners will play Saturday at noon for the regional championship, and the right to go to the sub-state next Wednesday, the 14th. So Elizabethton and Granger, Unicoi County, Greenville. In 3A, we know those games are set. In 4A, Science Hill's opponent will be Jeff County, and Dobbinsville's opponent will be Morristown West, playing those at Science Hill on Friday night. Chucky Doak and West Green are playing in 2A, their opponents to be determined today. And in single A, University High and North Green playing at University High, and their opponents will be determined today. So we've got Cyclone baseball coming up on Friday night in the regional. Coach Corn will be here at 12:30 to talk about his team and the regional tournament. Last year we beat Volunteers and lost to Greenville and had to go on the road to play Gibbs and got beat twice to Gibbs to be eliminated. So that's what's coming up this year. Same scenario. Two games will be Friday night. Those two winners will play on Saturday. And that winner on Saturday will go to the sectional on the 14th with a chance to get to the state tournament next week in Murfreesboro. So it's here, actually, week after next in Murfreesboro. So it's here. Tournament time. Cyclones win the championship against a good Unicoi County team. And we have, I'm pretty sure I brought it. Tell me I brought it. I'm looking for it. Yeah, there it is. Oh. It's here. Just know I brought it, the all tournament team. Oh. The Thuemi Satchel. That's here. I'll find it. There it is right there. I know I had it. All right, the all tournament team yesterday. In 3A, Zach Johnson of Sullivan East, who crushed a home run there earlier in the week. In the tournament, he hammered one out of Thomas Stadium, East Tennessee Stadium, and it was a legit over-the-wall hammer. That's one of the reasons. Plus, he had a great job on the mound for Sullivan East, who, again, Mike Brenninger is now retired and stepped away. His last game was Saturday, and they lost. Actually, Friday they lost. Anyway, Zach Johnson, Sullivan East, all-tournament team. Cooper Harris, Gage Graziano, Tennessee High, all-tournament team. From Unicoi County, Caden Cutlip, Colby Jones, and Asher Wainwright, all-tournament team. From the Cyclones, Rhett Schlegel, Bryson Rowland, Carter Reese, all tournament team of the MVP was J.D. Hooks, and deservedly so. It's a heck of a tournament. If I would have picked somebody else, if I had a chance to pick one more, to put Marshall Holtzlaw in there, the freshman. Big game defensively, big game offensively in that 9 spot for the Cyclones, and Coach Corn will talk about that when he gets here in a little while. Tom Taylor Sports show number 2280. We're live here at Chick-fil-A. Just got a text from Leslie, said they're covered up, can't get here today, so that happens. So Coach Corn will be here along with, coming up, not only Coach Corn, but also Nick Miller, the assistant athletic director, is going to join us. Let's see. Just got done black powder testing and training, and now I have to cover someone going to their lunch. I got you. Okay, so she can't make it today. That happens. It's okay. So, anyway, no show and tell from Sycamore Shoals today, but we do have Mike Corn, the baseball coach from Elizabethton, and Nick Miller, the assistant athletic director, and we have a young lady coming in from the Elizabethton Parks and Rec. Will be here in a little while too. Talk about what's going on with the Parks and Rec. Busy time for Elizabethton Parks and Rec. Quick break. We'll be right back. Lingerfeld Drug Center, one of our great sponsors. Thanks to them, we can be here doing these shows every day. Thanks to Dr. Eric Carter, and here they are. Coming up next, we'll take a look at the NBA, the National Hockey League. Show number 2280, the Tom Taylor Sports Show today, live again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth.
Sports and Tom Taylor Sports Show. Pill packs. Tell me about pill packs.
Yeah, so these are good for people take 3 or 4 medicines, just kind of get confused by what they got or may forget to take doses or things like that. Other people that likes them is people caring for parents or grandparents. Makes it real easy rather than having to keep up with 10 or 12 bottles and remembering once a day, twice a day. You just come pick up these packs once a month and takes care of everything.
Show this one right here. There it is. Pill packs. Even they're color coded, so blue stands for nighttime, right?
Yep, that does.
So you'll do this for anybody?
Yeah, sure can. We can do anything just from once a day packs, all your medicines of the morning. Can do them 2 or 3 times a day, up to 4 times a day. For people, takes 4 times a day medicines. But they're real easy to punch out, so you can just punch them out. That's your dose for the day or the time. And on the front of it's got a information page. It's got pictures of each medicine, tells what it is, and which doctor you got. So that's something when you go to doctors or a hospital or something like that, you don't have to try and remember what all you take or wait till they can get a hold of your pharmacy. You can just rip that page off and it's got all your medicines on there. So it keeps it real simple.
And if you're traveling and you don't want to take that whole thing, you just tear out the 3 or 4 days you're traveling, or the week at the beach or whatever, and they stay intact, and so you don't take the whole 30-day supply. Just take as you need, and they tear off.
Yeah, sure can. And something else kind of similar to that, what we've heard from a few people, taking a lunchtime medicine, especially if you're still working stuff, because you don't want to carry 3 or 4 pill bottles to work, or if you put them in a Ziploc bag or something, they'll get crushed or lost. But you can leave your morning, night at home, just rip off a single noon dose and take that with you, because those little pockets, they're strong enough, you know, if you throw it in your pocket, your pills aren't going to get crushed or anything like that. So
pill packs, good. Another great customer service here at Lingerfield Drug Center. Hours are open?
Here Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturdays, 9 to 12.
Social media, where do we find you?
On Facebook as Lingerfeld Drug Center.
And the magic phone number is?
It's 423-542-2138.
What a neat concept. Pill packs from Lingerfield Drug Center. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
And back to the Tom Dolan Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Well, you know what's going on in college sports. It changes every day, practically. And so, interestingly enough, President Trump's going to get involved. Whether you like that or not, he spoke at the commencement at Alabama University of Alabama, Tuscaloosa, over the weekend. Sit down with football coach, former coach Nick Saban, and said, we got to fix this. And so, President Trump is considering an executive order aimed at greater scrutiny towards name, image, and likeness deals in college athletics. He was in Tuscaloosa last week to give the university's commencement, as we said. An executive order would still need congressional action, so says NCAA President Charlie Baker. But Senator Tommy Tuberville of Alabama, who previously had coaching stints at Ole Miss, Auburn, Texas, Cincinnati, also said he spoke with Trump about the NIL and said we got to make changes, and so the president's on the radar. He said college football, as we know it, is not the same. Tuberville says college football is the heart and soul of America, but it's in danger. We don't level the playing field. So we'll see. But President Trump said we want to get involved here. Maybe it takes the government to get involved to come down with a executive order to put the quotas, if you will, on the name, image, and likeness and everything going on with it. We'll see. Baseball, Texas Rangers fired their coach, one of their coaches, offensive coordinator Donnie Ecker, fired center fielder Leody Taveras, placed outright waivers, opening door hopefully for Evan Carter, but checking Evan's numbers, he's only batting .220 right now out of Texas, so hopefully. But Taveras is .241, a homer and 8 RBIs. So they gave him his waivers to let him go. He's making a lot of money. Rangers are 17-18 after yesterday's win. But they want to make a change and maybe get Evan Carter back in there. We'll see. Hello, sir. How are you? Doing good. All right, NBA last night. Steph Curry started slow, finished strong, only had 3 points in the first half, but finished with 22 as the Golden State Warriors bounce back and eliminate Houston. Houston now has to live a fifth postseason series loss to Steph Curry since 2015. Hello. You're Emma. Hello, how are you? Come right here. You're going to be on the show in a minute. It's awesome. From the Elizabeth and Parks and Rec, this will be the Rose and the Thorn segment. I can see that already. Replacing Miss Kitchens today, so we'll have her on here in just a second. Houston, again, has to live with the fifth postseason loss to Curry since 2015. Wow. So that gets down your crawl, kind of tough to deal with. But the Warriors are moving on. And so in the NBA tonight, or yesterday, the other game, Indiana beat Cleveland, surprised them in Cleveland, 121-112. Take game one of that best of 7. Oh, great. So tonight, NBA, game 1, the Knicks will be in Boston about the defending champ, Boston Celtics. And the Denver Nuggets will be in Oklahoma City, the number 4 seed taking on the number 1 seed. That's game 1 of that series. So double dip tonight. Knicks in Boston, Denver and Oklahoma City in Oklahoma City. That's your NBA schedule for this Monday, Cinco de Mayo Day. There you go. We got more to talk about. I got golf, record-setting day for Scotty Scheffler. We got NASCAR news. We got news from horse racing, the Kentucky Derby. We're going to take a break. Get this young lady set up. She's here to talk about the Elizabethton Parks and Rec. Looking forward to it. After this, first time we've done this, right? You're first. Yeah. She'll join us coming up next on the Tom Dolan Sports Show. Our buddy Sherry Holtzclaw, the owner of the Jewelers Bench, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Dolan Sports Show. A lot of jewelry stores. Why trade at the Jewelers Bench?
So we've been in business for 26 years. John is the jeweler. Everything is done here. It stays here. We do not send anything out. You know, you go and buy from Zales or somewhere like that, you've got to send it off, and it's 4 weeks or whatever. But if you have any issues with your pieces, then he's here, and you can talk to him face to face. You know, we've got great employees, great customers that have become pretty much family, and we are, you know, like you had mentioned, on some of second generation of people coming in. And, you know, it just, I think it says a lot being in business in a small town for almost 26 years.
Yep. You served their mom and dad, and now the kids are grown up, and you're serving them now. Taking care of their jewelry needs as well. So, I mean, they're running the full slate. Watches, rings, Pandora. Oh, gosh. What else? You've got the Glock. You've got the Bearing watches. You got the G-Shocks. What else you got? What other watches?
So we have watches. So you said Citizens, Bearing, G-Shock.
Mm-hmm.
That's, yeah, I've got a new, some new bearings coming in soon.
Mm-hmm. So, full line of watches, full line of everything you need right here. The full-time jewelry store with the jewelry repair. The Jeweler's Bench. Hours are open.
So we're open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and on Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
Social media, how do we find you?
So we're on Facebook and Instagram.
And the phone number is?
423-542-5600.
Great sponsor. Been at it a long time. Been love promoting the Jeweler's Bench right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. Here we go. First time guest. I love it. Emma Masick. That's it, right?
Yep, you did.
From the Betsy Parks and Rec. So, how are you?
I'm good. Happy to be here.
Yes, thank you for coming. She's about to get married in a couple of weeks.
I am.
If you still want to come back, it'll be Emma Carney.
Yep.
Yeah. So, who's the lucky guy?
His name's Dave.
Dave Carney.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to ask you this question. Where did Dave take you on your first date?
We went to a pizza pub, and there was a trivia going on. So we played some trivia together.
Did you meet him?
We were working as a team, but we didn't win. So
you didn't win, but you win
We
as a
had fun.
team. And you kind of thought, I kind of like this guy.
Yeah.
So you get married. That's good stuff.
Yep.
Now, we had a couple of events over the weekend. What we had? We had Star Wars, is that right? Talk about that.
Yesterday was Star Wars. We showed Rogue One. We had some food trucks out. We had a make-your-own lightsaber station where the kids made little foam lightsabers, and there were some pretty epic lightsaber battles going on. It was fun.
And the weather was perfect.
Yeah, the weather was good. I was a little worried, but it turned out
Turned out
perfect.
beautiful yesterday. Yep.
Yes.
So that was one event. What was the other event over the weekend?
On Friday afternoon, we had our first Bites by the Bridge, and that's our food truck food court in Covered Bridge Park. And we had 6 different food trucks out there, and some live music and some games, little like cornhole and lawn games out there. And just enjoyed the weather outside, and thankfully that weather held too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was nice.
So she brought look here, she brought a note card full. This is what's coming up in June. Now, May's pretty well done. Of course, you got Mother's Day coming up.
Yes.
You got Memorial Day coming up. You have graduations, which aren't your events, but there's a lot going on in the month of May. Today is Cinco de Mayo, which I learned it's a military holiday for the Hispanics, or the Mexican folks. And so a lot of the restaurants, just the day in general, they all take the day off, for it's their national holiday. So just understand that, because sometimes you go to restaurants, and I went there last year to a restaurant, and they just said it's going to take a long time to wait on because all of our help is out on Cinco de Mayo. So just understand that that's what's going on today. So it's a busy month, the month of May. It's a busy month, the month of June. Wow. Take off. Start with it. Starts, what's first, June 6th?
So first is, June 6th, the first Friday. We have our second in our Bites by the Bridge series. So we're going to have 6 different food trucks out from 11 to 2 at Covered Bridge Park. And again, we'll have the lawn games out. Not sure if we're going to have live music, but if we can get it, we'll have it. If not, we'll still have just music playing on the speaker, and it'll be a good time.
Yes. It will be. It's always a good time in downtown in Betsy. So on the 7th is the CBJ.
That's my shorthand for Covered Bridge Jams. So that's going to be the kickoff of that summer concert series. We're going to have G-Man Blues and Dr. Ron kicking us off, and that's from 7 to 9 at Covered Bridge Park.
That would be a
That's
Friday, Saturday.
Yes.
So Friday's the 6th, Saturday's the 7th,
Yep.
and the following Saturday is a bluegrass jamboree. Tell me about that.
Yes, so we're going to have a few different bands. That was starting at 12 p.m. also in Covered Bridge Park, and then we're just going to keep on going, probably end around 9 or 10, and just have a bunch of different bluegrass artists out, and it'll be a good time, celebration of some good music.
Absolutely. So all this is on the website. We're going to keep going here, but if you want to go on the website or social media, where's all this listed for?
On Elizabethton Parks and Recreation Facebook page. Yes.
It's awesome.
And all of these are free as well.
Yes, that's the best ticket in town. It's FREE. Then we're going to do putt-putt.
Yes, we're celebrating Father's Day with a putt-putt in the park. It doesn't have to be dads. Anyone can come, but it'll be on Father's Day, June 15th, from 1 to 7 at Kiwanis Park. We're going to have a putt-putt 18-hole course set up, and can come and play.
How good are you at putt-putt? You good?
I can make it.
So-
I'm not great.
So basically, she's saying she can take it or leave it. So I can make it. She does this, like, nah. She's right there with me, like, nah. I like doing it, but I'm not very good at it. How's that?
Yeah,
There
I'm
you go.
excited to maybe practice, get a little bit better on the
We're-
15th.
And we're not going to make a living playing putt-putt, don't you tell me?
No.
I'm right there with you, dear. I can't play either. My grandkids beat me. It's like, geez, a whiz. But it's for fun. It's free. It's going to be on the 15th, again, for celebrating Father's Day weekend on June 15th.
We're gonna have some food trucks out there too, so
Mhm.
you can grab a bite to eat and try to get better.
Better putt-putt. There you go. On the 20th is Emerald Evening. That's an interesting title. What's that all about?
So that is another movie in the park. So we're going to be showing Wicked. So the Emerald Evening, at Kiwanis Park is our kind of play on words. Since it's Wizard of Oz, it's going to be at Kiwanis Park. And we're going to be showing Wicked. We're going to have some activities. We're going to have a magic show. It's sponsored by Tashelle Peters, who's a mortgage lender. She's paying for a really cool magic show that's going to be coming out. And then we're going to be showing the new Wicked movie from last summer. And
That's neat. That's going to be on the 20th.
yes, on the 20th.
This is all going on the Betsy Parks Arena. Coming up next, he's here. Nick Miller, Assistant Athletic Director for the Elizabethton Cyclones. Let's see, we got Cover Bridge Jams from The Edge.
Yes, From the Edge is playing on the 21st.
What genre of music are they?
They are rock.
Rock?
They're kind of like a maybe country rock, maybe just rock, like oldies.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's cool.
they're fun.
The next guy we know all about on the 28th.
Carson Peters.
Cars and
Iron
Peters,
Mountain.
Iron Mountain. Yep.
Yep.
They'll be in concert on the 28th, free concert at
Both
the park.
of those 7 to 9. All the Covered Bridge jams are 7 to 9.
hmm Then on the 29th, Pokemon in the park.
Yes.
Do you play Pokemon? You any good at that?
I did. I got into it a little during the pandemic, but I've kind of fallen off. But
Like it's
again,
like, she's right there. With
I
us.
do have interests.
You-
Just not Pokemon.
Just not Pokemon, but yeah.
we're
She,
good.
she's pretty well rounded young lady. Just ain't Pokemon and Bud. So,
But we will have where the Pokemon Go app has a global day where they have, I guess, rare Pokemon to catch on the app and things. So we'll have tables set out. People can enter their friend codes and make new friends on the app and catch Pokemon.
Absolutely.
Have a good time.
Have a good time.
Yeah. That'll be from 2 to 5 on the 29th.
So it's 3, 6, 8 events in June.
Yes.
And then, it's a little far out, but it really isn't. 4th of July is not that far away.
No.
I've already did a countdown for Christmas. It's 233 days till Christmas. So you don't really want to know that. And then 109 days till high school football starts. So 4th of July is not that far away. And you guys are planning a big one, aren't you?
Yes, we are in the planning stages for it. We got a lot of stuff, good stuff planned. You can keep an eye on our Facebook page and on our website for the exact details, but we'll have just as awesome as a celebration as we always do.
Your official title of the Parks and Rec is?
I am the Programs and Special Events Coordinator.
Awesome. So you're the one kind of heads all this stuff up, puts it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sure am.
And David runs the show.
Mhm.
Kelly, what are the other employees?
Kelly's our assistant director now. I took over her old position,
Mhm.
and then Garrett Johnson is the assistant director of athletics.
Yeah, that's the one I haven't met yet. Met David. I've had David on the show a lot, David and Annie. And Kelly. And now Emma. Massick, soon to be Carney. and Garrett Johnson, who heads up athletics. So stays busy, doesn't it?
It does.
Mm-hmm.
We have a few of our rec techs that come and help out, and we have a special events assistant as well. So it's a good group.
One of the cool things that I see the courts are full all the time is pickleball up there at Sycamore Shoals.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do pickleball?
I do racquetball. We just opened the 2 racquetball courts indoors at the Teacher Community Center.
Mm-hmm.
And on my lunch breaks, I've been going down there and playing racquetball just by myself. But
Awesome. So you
trying
get
to
pretty
see
good
how
at it.
many- Yeah, I like that. That's fun.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Used to play racquetball back in the day. So handball, racquetball, and pickleball. So pickleball is the fastest growing sport in America, I read. So it's everybody can play it, I guess. Older folks, younger folks, high schoolers. But anyway, the courts there beside Sycamore Shoals, which are Parks and Rec courts, they stay busy.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, so it's good stuff. David had us, one time I had him on, he told me how many parks are in the city of Elizabeth. Is it 10 parks you're in charge of? I want to say 10.
That sounds right. I should know, but that sounds right.
I'm pretty sure he gave me the acreage, how many acres of green that they're in charge of mowing, and the restrooms and all that, and they do a great job keeping all this going. So I know we had 2 or 3 fields get washed out because of the flood, but those are just about back to going, aren't
Yeah, they're working really hard to get them back going.
they? Mm-hmm. It's awesome stuff. So all this on social media, so where will we go again to find it?
To Elizabethton Parks and Recreation on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, we have all of our events will be posted there or on our website. It's the City of Elizabethton website, and then you'll go under the Parks and Recreation tab, and the events will be listed there as well.
Will you come back and do this again?
Yeah.
Okay, it's your first time. Sometimes we get scared off. And hello, sir. So you will come back and do it again.
I will.
When will you become Mrs. Carney?
On the 24th of May.
Of this month?
Mhm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Just a couple weeks.
yep. Are you ready?
I think so.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Going to be a biggie or a private or?
It's a little over 100 people.
Cool. All right. Good for you. So when she comes back, she'll be Mrs. Carney in a couple of weeks. You see them rotate Mrs. Kitchen some, come be on the show. Whole point is promoting what's going on in Elizabeth Parks and Rec. There's a lot happening. Here it is, just in the month of June. 8 events. And so all these, so the G-Man Blues, obviously, the blues genre. Here, you said From the Edge is a rock band, rock music. Parson Peters is bluegrass, country bluegrass. Yes, you can go both ways. I would tend to skew more towards the bluegrass guy. So anyway, those are all free, and everything we've talked about here is free. And the website again, or the place to go, Facebook.
Yes, Facebook. And then those 3 are just our first Covered Bridge Jams concerts. We have almost every Saturday the whole summer, all the way through August. So those are all posted there too.
Awesome.
But I can talk about those next time I'm on.
You come when you're Mrs. Carney.
Yes.
You'll be Mrs. Carney then. Get you some lunch. Get whatever you want. Tell them you were my guest. You get to eat free.
Thank
So
you.
how about that? So, okay, did we pass the test? You're all right?
I think so.
You're not going to go and tell Kelly, I'm never going back. That guy's a nut. So, you're okay?
Okay.
Kel, he's like this. He's kind of goofy. He doesn't do Pokemon. He doesn't do putt-putt. He doesn't do pickleball. So she'll come back. It's good. Quick break. We'll be right back. He's here. We got Coach Korn and Nick Miller from Elizabethton High School next on the Tom Dolan Sports Show. Again, thanks to Emma Masick from the Elizabethton Parks and Rec on the Tom Dolan Sports Show.
This is Pastor Mark Fowler, and we want to invite you to be with us at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church sometime soon. And we're thankful for what God is doing, and we've had visitors almost every week. We have so many people that God is using His Word to accomplish a work in their life. And we want you to come. I think about our society today, and there's a lot of talk about the negative aspects and generations and what's missing and what we're going to do and how do we face this social issue and how do we face that social issue. And that is always the buzz. And if we're not careful, we talk like God doesn't have an answer. 2 Timothy chapter 3 we looked at the other night together in our church, and it reminds us that yes, in the last days there's going to be some difficult things come, dangerous times, but the antidote is always God's Word. And so what we're trying to do is to provide Bible answers for today's tough questions. And we're building Believers by the Book. So we want your family to come. We're thankful to have a Sunday school hour and a junior church and master clubs and a youth group and all those things going on. But what we're trying to accomplish is to get the Word of God into the hearts and minds of God's people.
Insurance. How can you help us with auto insurance?
Well, one of the things Horace Mann was started for, Tom, back in 1945 was to provide auto insurance for educators. They came up with the idea that if we could put a group of school teachers together in one company, their cars would sit in a parking lot for 10, 12 hours a day. Friday and Saturday nights, they're home grading papers. They're all college educated. They have a tendency to be better drivers because they set an example for their students. And knowing all those things, we'd probably have less claims. And so we're able to offer better insurance rates because of that.
And so, if you're a teacher, an educator, you want to come here and get a quote because of that, your quotes and your rates are typically better than other folks, right?
That's right. And we also do a couple other things for educators. If they were to get into an accident while they're on school business, we don't have a deductible on that, Tom. They won't have to pay a deductible. If somebody vandalizes their car while it's on school property, they don't pay a deductible for that. If they get into an accident on school property, we waive the deductible. If they get into an accident with another Horace Mann agent or a Horace Mann client, they're going to not have to pay a deductible also.
It's good stuff. So if you need more information, go to social media or give him a call. How can we get a hold of you and find out more?
Yeah, you can just call me here at the office at 543-0059 or go to horacemann.com on the internet, and you'll be able to find our office here.
There you go. One of our great sponsors here on the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, the good folks right here at Rick Walters, Horace Mann Insurance. And back with the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Thanks again to Emma Masick. That's pretty cool. She's never done it before. Never been on the show. She did a really, really good job. Thank you, Emma, for coming from the Betsy Parks and Rec. The big dogs in the house. Big Nick Miller. Used to be the center on the football team. Used to snap the ball to Carter Everett where I first met you.
Yeah.
Big dog. You loved playing center, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And he was good at it. You still, 3-year starter?
Yeah.
At center?
Yes, sir.
For football? So, how many years have you been gone now? You've been out, 6, 7?
I graduated in 19, so, yeah, it's been about 6 years.
Wow. I was looking up yesterday before I did the game how long up. It's my 8th year doing Cyclone Sports. Started in 17. That'd be, 8th year being around Betsy. Love it. Love it, love it. It is a busy time. Coach Corn's going to talk about his baseball team, but we do play Friday night. It is a doubleheader. Granger's coming, and the other side of the bracket is Unicoi County and Greenville. It's double elimination. And that's coming up Friday night. It's going to be our place, right?
It's going to be our place. Back to the Joe, baby.
Back to the Joe. Last year we played at Tusculum, Pioneer Park, which is a great field. We played on a great field yesterday, too. That's a great ballpark.
Oh, yeah. Great ballpark.
Thanks again to East Tennessee State Legislative. It was a great tournament. We won it. It's a great tournament. Great participation, great fans, great baseball. I thought the umpires did, by and large, did a good job. So you're always going to be upset about something, but the way it goes. But I thought it was a great tournament all the way around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, and we hosted it. It was great. So we'll play Friday night baseball. We'll let Coach Corn talk more about that. But the tickets will be how much?
I believe it'll be $8.
$8
just like district tournament, they'll be $8.
That would be your friends at the TOSAA. Setting the prices. $8 tickets. There you go. Huh? Don't even get me started. So, $8 tickets. But anyway, you're going to be treated as some good baseball when you come. Put those hand $8 to the ticket taker. You're going to watch some really good baseball. We're awesome. I don't know anybody at Granger. They got to be good. They wouldn't be here.
Oh yeah, as the season goes on, the level of competition just gets greater and greater. So
ain't no cream puffs here, folks.
No.
From here on out, these guys can play. These teams can play. Greenville's number 2 in the state. We're number 8 in the state. The latest rankings. Unicoi County is number 17 in the state, and Granger is there. So it's going to be a great tournament. Starting Friday night, we'll be there. When's our first game is what?
We're working on setting times for Friday.
Okay.
But Saturday will be 12, 3, and 6.
12, 3, and 6. It's double elimination. So when the smoke clears Saturday, we'll have somebody heading off to the sectional on May 14th.
Yes, sir.
One step away from Murfreesboro.
Yes, sir.
Woo, get me fired up. So, all right, so that's baseball. What's going on in softball right now?
Softball, they fell to Unicoi first round of the softball tournament, but they are back in action tonight at 7:30. They're playing at David Crockett, and they'll be playing against Tennessee High.
Tennessee High tonight. 7:30 first pitch. Lady Cyclones to Coach Harden. We did their game senior night. Fun bunch of girls. They play hard too.
Oh, yeah.
And they're right there. It's going to be a great game tonight against Tennessee High and Crockett in Jonesboro. That was going to be our tournament, but because of the Rider Center Athletic Performance and all the construction, we gave it to Crockett. We'll get it back next year, right? Softball tournament, in theory?
In theory, yeah.
In theory, yeah. What's going on in track and field right now?
Track and field, actually, we had Camden Garland. She qualified for the state pentathlon. So she'll be headed down there May 15th, I believe, is the date for that. That'll be MTSU. And then up next for the track team as a whole, they'll be playing at, they'll be running at the University of Tennessee for the sectional meet. That'll be on Saturday.
That's awesome. Good stuff. And then soccer. And we're getting ready to start tournament play for soccer. We did their game last week. We beat Swearinger, had that goal, beat them 1-0, beat Unicoi County. What's going on with soccer?
Soccer, they begin tournament play tomorrow night. That one will be at 6 o'clock, and they'll be playing at Tennessee High. Other side of the bracket, David Crockett's the 1 seed, and they'll host the winner of Tennessee High and Unicoi, which plays tonight at our place.
Interesting.
Satellite game.
So Tennessee High and Unicoi County's here. We play somebody up there in Bristol tomorrow. That's interesting.
Unicoi County and Sullivan East.
Sullivan East.
Are at our place tonight.
There you go.
Our matchup's set.
And we play tomorrow in Bristol against Tennessee High.
At 6 p.m.
6 p.m. There you go. Tennis is done, I think, you told me, for the year. So we're down to, it's busy, baseball, softball, track, and soccer. And then the update on the Rider performance, the Rider Center for Athletic Performance would be what? What's the latest there?
You know, you can see it now. They've got a steel frame up, so you're starting to get the vision for it. We're still obviously taking sponsorships. Anybody who wants to donate and be a great a sponsor of this great thing for our community, our athletes, not just our athletes, but everybody. You can get in contact with me or with our athletic director, Joe Diaz.
Mm-hmm. And there are options opportunities to sponsor.
Yes, sir.
And whatever you want to do, you'll take it.
Yes, sir.
$100, $1,000, $10,000, whatever, right?
Any help is greatly appreciated. Yeah.
Yeah. I know there's construction hitches and glitches from time to time, but in theory, it should be ready by the start of school, right? Or thereabouts.
Around the start of school, maybe mid-August, late August.
Yeah. But it is coming up out of the ground. We went out there and every week we do a real quick shot, stream it real quick, let people see the growth, and just went from the concrete pad to the steel beams. Now there's a lot of steel beams going up, steel girders, so it's moving right along.
Yeah, you're starting to see the vision.
Yep, starting to see the vision. The Rider Center for Athletic Performance, so good stuff. Kudos to you for helping me at the tournament. Everything we needed at the tournament, Nick was there. He even helped me roll my equipment in, so I appreciate that. He's a good guy.
Yes, sir.
And so he's the assistant athletic director, Coach Diaz, down on the field coaching. So Nick's the assistant AD, does a good job. So just want to say thanks. We're hosting this tournament this weekend too, so you'll be busy this weekend.
Oh yeah, the number of sports have gone down a little bit, but the work stays the same. So.
Yes. It never stops. It really doesn't. He'll look up and blink, and he'll be getting ready to start doing football tickets.
Yeah.
We're 109 days to kickoff, if you can believe that. So that's not nuts. It's crazy. High school football, Cyclone football, everybody football, August 22nd is 109 days away. Unbelievable. So people say, getting downtime in the summer? Well, here we are getting ready to go into mid-May playing baseball. And if we're fortunate enough to get on down to the state tournament, we'll be down there until early June. Get about 45 days off, and here we turn right around, here we go again.
But in those 45 days, I'm selling tickets.
There you go. You're selling tickets. Yeah.
Year-round, baby.
That's it. Year-round. Getting ready for the new year.
Yes, sir.
Wrapping up the current year, getting ready for the new athletic year. So he just keeps on keeping on, he and Coach Diaz.
Yes, sir.
Good job. Did I cover everything for you?
I think that's it.
Yep. Get you some lunch. We got Coach Corn coming right here just as soon as I go to this break. We'll be right back after this. Tomorrow we're going to be at Big John's Closehouse. It's Mother's Day. I know your mother. You're going to get her something for Mom for Mother's Day. Your mother works hard, takes care of her boy. What was the last time she's going to make dinner for you? What is it you like? Is it tacos you like? What is it?
No, she makes tacos, spaghetti,
So she's making something one day specifically for her boy.
Probably tacos.
Because I had her on the show talking about doing the food drive for the church. Name of the church is
Rivers Edge Fellowship.
Rivers Edge Fellowship. She does the food pantry. Serena Miller does a wonderful job. Anyway, she was on the show. I'm going to go home, fix the boy dinner tonight. I could have sworn she said tacos or spaghetti. Isn't that one of your faves?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, maybe that's what it was. It's been about
My
a year
dad's
ago.
a picky eater, so, it's a very limited menu at home.
So tacos and sketty, wear it out, son. Go up and get some Chick-fil-A. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Mike Korn, baseball coach, Cyclones, first-year coach, 22-11, district tournament champs, playing in the regional Friday night against Granger. He joins us next on the Tom Dillon Sports Show. Closeout. So the obvious question, a lot of places out there you can shop. Why do we want to come to Big John's Closeouts?
Well, Big John's Closeouts, I go all the way back to Patty Lumber Company in 1977. So you can do the math and know that I'm just about as old as the dinosaurs were that used to travel this area. But we've got a lot of people that have been here for numerous years.
Mm-hmm.
Travis, Jeff, Danny, a lot of our sales force have got way over a decade of being with me in this business. They're knowledgeable of the business. If they don't, they know where to go to get the answers. They want to wait on you. They don't want to run or get on their phone and run away from you. They want to be here to help answer your questions, but not only that, to take you around, show you items. But we don't want to hound you. We realize a lot of times people want to come in, they just want to look. They're looking for vanities or vanity tops or windows or doors, and they want a little bit of time to go and look. And we want people to understand we're not going to stand right there on you just hounding you, or ask you 15 times, can we help you? Because that gets old. But we want you to know that our guys want to wait on you. If you've got a question, come back up to the cube up front. Say, hey, can I get a little help back here? Most of the time that's what we tell you when you go back there to look. If you have some questions, come back up. We'll go with you. We'll answer your questions. We'll do whatever. It's all local people. You go to church with them. You shop with them.
Mm-hmm.
They're putting their money back in this community. Big John supports our local sports programs all the way from Cloudland to Unaka to Happy Valley to Hampton to Elizabeth, and the whole thing we support with not just banners on the field or banners in the gymnasium, but taking out yearbook ads, having support, some of the minor little league teams and stuff of that nature. We're going to be buying the mulch again for the football program and getting it unloaded down there, and our guys will go down there, we'll unload the trucks, make sure it's where the school wants it to help promote that, and just we're involved in helping with the baseball promotion, giving items for that. And not only that, but behind the scenes a little bit, we try to help various other charities that we don't really broadcast a whole lot about, but behind the scenes we're working with them, trying to help them meet some of their needs for summer food programs or a ramp that needs to be built for a handicapped veteran or someone else in the community. So we try to give back. We're a part of this community. This is where I've lived all my life, and this is the place I love.
That's all you got to hear, folks. It solves it right there. Stops very simple. Be loyal, buy local, and support the local businesses. You just heard why, because they give back to the community on a daily basis here at Big John's Closeouts in Elizabethton, where they hammer high prices. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Dillon Sports Show. Back on the Tom Dillon Sports Show, we are live here again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth, and joined by the head coach of the district tournament champions for the second year in a row. Last year was Ryan Presnell's here talking. He's passed the keys and the chalk and the clipboard and the whistle off to Coach Korn, who takes our team and wins the district tournament championship for the second consecutive year. Congratulations.
Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it. That's hats off to Coach Presnell and Coach Hodges and Coach Ellis and those guys that did a good job with this group coming in the last few years. And I'm happy and proud of our guys to be able to manage that, what you and I have talked about, the change in leadership, and just keep on rolling.
There's a learning curve. Anytime you go to a new job and you have employees, or in this case, coach and players, there's a learning curve. He's got to learn them. They got to learn him. You know, his tendencies, what's his expectations. Even though he's the coach, it's different than what Ryan Presnell would be, or what Sean Witten would be, or what Lucas Honeycutt would be, or what Chad Gillis would be. You pick one. Any coach that makes coaching change, you got to learn the kids, and so there was a learning curve. And obviously, you feel like you kind of learn how to read these kids pretty good after 32 games.
Well, I hope so. You know, Steve Spurrier, when he was coaching the Gators, I hope nobody, throws any rocks at my truck driving there because I mentioned Steve Spurrier, but he would say, hey, if we're not ready by Friday, all right, we're not going to be ready Saturday. And I kind of feel that way now. If I don't know them by now, I'm not going to know them. And coaching is just managing personalities, managing people. Mm-hmm. That's all it is. And I've often said that they probably misname coaching. They should call coaches firefighters, because that's all we're doing. We're either putting out fires or setting fires. One of the two, and you need to do both if you're going to run a good ball club. And hopefully these guys, I think they do. I mean, I think they know I care about them, and they won't always agree with my decisions, Tom, but we're on the same page. We're in the same boat, paddling the same direction.
End result is to get where we want to get. That's step one was to win the district. Step two is win the regional. Step three is win the sectional. Step four is get to Murfreesboro, and not just get there. We just want to get there. We want to kick the door down and bring home the state championship. That's the goal, not only for Elizabeth, but every team.
Every team, I think, starts off the season with the same goals, the same wants, the same desires. But there's only going to be one team in each division happy at the end of the year.
Yep. We beat East 2-1. We beat Tennessee I 4-3. We beat Unicoi County 3-1. All three teams had a big opportunity early in the game to get us, and they didn't. East left and loaded first inning, couldn't get by Eddie Cross. Tennessee I got in the second inning and bases loading is rolling, couldn't get anything to happen. Yesterday, they got on Reese early, the freshman, first inning. They got a run on a bases loaded walk, and that was it. It could have been a whole lot worse, but kudos to our pitching staff. I looked at, we struck out 25 kids in the tournament. So I did the math. Of course, 21 times you have 63 outs in a 3-game, 21 outs per game.
Mm-hmm.
So 25 of the 63 outs on our tournament was strikeouts.
Yeah, getting close to that 50%.
That's pleases the coach, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, we talk about that offensively. That we're not the team built that can strike out a bunch and then hit the ball out of the park and win. And your extra base hits, your home runs can balance out strikeouts. You're playing at a big park like Thomas Stadium, you're just not going to hit many home runs. There was one there, I think, all weekend. I think Zach Johnson hit it.
Yeah.
And so if you put the ball in play, all right, and make those teams play defense for those 60 outs, it's just baseball is a game of statistics, and it turns them in your favor. High school players are going to make a few mistakes, but if you strike out, there's no chance, to get on base and score that run. So that's a big part of it. And the only way we survived is because of those strikeouts, Tom, because we walked too many. We call them freebies, free passes, whatever you want to call them. We gave the other teams way too many opportunities, but the strikeouts balanced it and and allowed us to get out of some of those jams.
So look, our kids have made the all-tournament team yesterday. You had, for the Cyclones, of course, Red Schlegel, 13 strikeout performance on Friday night. And even he said in the postgame, wasn't my best stuff. It's nice to say that you strike out 13 wasn't your best stuff, but he said that. Bryson Rowland was on the all-tournament team. Carter Reese, all-tournament team. And our MVP of the tournament was J.D. Hooks, all from Elizabeth. And so that speaks well of our baseball team that you got 3 guys making the all-tournament, one was the MVP.
Yeah.
But you look up and down, it's just like the player of the game yesterday. In fact, I brought Marshall. I came up. I usually give away 3, I give away 4. I give one the whole slaw. So I got his stuff you can take back in today. But You started at the top of the batting order with Buckles defensively yesterday. Man, he was the difference maker out in center field.
Special. Like it was a special performance. He made 2 plays that most high school center fielders don't make, and he makes them look pretty easy. He's an elegant center fielder, and I think it was the difference in that game. You know, it's played 1 pitch at a time, and you know probably 140 pitches in a 130, 140 pitches in an average high school game, maybe a little bit less, and each one can matter. And a couple of those plays he made was a big difference in the game.
Bryson Rowland, all tournament. Of course, he had reached 6 strikeout performance against Tennessee High, had an RBI, had a couple of base hits. So Rowland's on the all tournament team too.
Yeah, you know, and I think there wasn't a ton of runs scored in the tournament. It was runs were at a premium, pitching kind of dominated, and that's what you see there in an all tournament team is a lot of those pitchers that had good performances. Slagle, Carter Reese, and Bryson probably got it because he did a little bit of both. You know, he probably hit 350, 400 for the tournament, and also had a big outing there for us on the mound in that Tennessee High game. So that's probably the reason those guys are there is that pitching performance.
Zach Johnson made all tournament from Sullivan East. He hit a home run out of the ballpark. Plus he pitched one of those games for East was a great pitching performance with Johnson. Graziano, I think he went in and got him because of his pitching and his hitting as well for Tennessee High. Colby Jones and Caden Cutler both made the all-tournament team along with Asher Wainwright. All 3 are pitchers, and they all did a great job for Unicoi County. So it was a great tournament. We outscored our opponents 9-5. It was a tightly played tournament the whole time. We've now outscored Unicoi County 15-14 of the season. We've evened them up. We won 2 and they won 2. Who's to say we may see them again before it's over with?
Absolutely, could be a possibility.
Bugs Meadows, who went down the line up here. Bugs had a couple of base hits, an RBI. Played some solid left field for us.
Yeah, that's great. We've mentioned that on the show before, Tom, how his acceptance of that role, moving from second base to left field, is just what we needed to do to put our best 9 out there, and he's taken that and made some good plays out there, and he's continued to be our RBI leader all year.
You mentioned the fireman as a coach. Well, the fireman on the field is Justin Whitehead. He's coming in there, he's putting the fire out.
I tell you, he probably deserved to be on that all-tournament team. Numbers, statistics probably kept him off, but his ability to work through those last few innings there against Tennessee High is why you and I are sitting here talking about the success. I mean, without his performance, and even though he wasn't the sharpest, he too many walks, had a few freebies there, but he showed some competitive greatness there at the end and got us out of the jam again. And just I can't say enough about him and his ability to step up when time's needed.
Number 7 man in the lineup, Jack Blevins, couple of base hits, is rock solid, consistent at the plate the whole tournament.
He's been solid all year, Tom, and he had a game-winning hit early, I think against West Ridge, and he's just he's been solid at second. I've been really impressed with him. You know, I not knowing any of these guys, knew a few of them a little bit from maybe summer ball or seeing them play a little bit, and Jack's just been a really pleasant surprise. He's been solid and competitive from day one.
Number 8 man in the lineup, freshman Evan Chambers.
Evan was a guy coming out of basketball, him and Marshall both, and we knew they were going to contribute. We just didn't know how long it would take them to get back in baseball shape and learn the system. I mean, our signals, what we want to do. There's a lot more going on out there than the average fan knows as far as what approach-wise and things we're trying to do behind the scenes, whether it's pickoffs and, Evan being a shortstop, he has to have the cerebral knowledge of everything, every pick, everything we're trying to do out there on defense. He's in most of your cuts and relays, so we weren't sure how long it was going to take for those guys to be ready, but we've been them little by little over the course of the year, get them in, let them play a few JV games, get them in a varsity game, and they're right where we thought they would be.
The last guy in the lineup is a biggie, Marshall Holtzall. I feel like he should be in the all-tournament team. They can't get the whole team all-tournament, but man, he made some big-time defensive plays. That belly slide catch in the 5th inning after was huge in the ball game. And he talked about it. We had him up there yesterday on the show, in the game, post-game show. how much he said, I just had to do that for my team. He said, I said, you sacrificed your body, you belly slit. He said, I had to, Mr. Taylor. And he did.
Yeah.
And a couple of key hits in the play, too.
He's been really good offensively. He has good barrel skills. And then, him diving and catching that ball comes after a couple balls in the Unicoi game earlier. He was over in left field during that game just because the lineup that's where he needed to be. And he was a little timid on some of those balls coming in, and we just discussed when you should dive and when's a good opportunity. And those softer flares like that, those are balls you can lay out on. It's not like a line drive that's hit really hard and you don't catch that ball and it goes all the way to the wall and it clears the bases. And so he made a great decision on that ball, moving towards the gap. If you're moving towards the gap, Tom, and it's not hit so hard, that's the time to dive because your center fielder is going to be behind you. And he laid out and made a great play. And, it was managing emotions in that game. Buckles plays. Does that ball that Cutlip hit score a bunch of runs? No, but it maybe ignites their dugout. If that ball gets down that Marshall catches, does it score a run? Maybe, but it does ignite their dugout if it gets down. So keeping those guys under control emotionally and not letting them get, on top of their game on that side of the ball was big.
How was the dugout temperature?
I thought it was fantastic. Just from pitch one to pitch in, the last pitch, they were right. And I thought the way they walked onto the field after the victory told me a lot on where their mind was. They weren't too high, they weren't too low. They're like, yeah, this is it, but this is not the ultimate goal. And I was proud of them the way they handled themselves.
It's almost, they bring their lunchbox every day. We're just going to go to work, Coach Corn for the city of Elizabethton, and that's what they've done. And so I saw J.D. Hookchef, he said, congratulations, we're not done.
Yeah.
Just look at me, we're not done. I said, okay, that's the right attitude, we're not done. But the regional starts here Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
4 great teams, or they wouldn't be here. Granger, of course, the Cyclones will play each other in Game 1. Game 2 will be Unicoi County and Greenville. We know about the success of Greenville's baseball program. We ran into them last year. We beat Volunteer in the regional and lost 13-2, I think it was, to Greenville before we went to Gibbs and got eliminated. So we know what Greenville's got, they know what we've got. Should be a great, you want to come watch baseball at a great ballpark, a great line of view for all the fans, not a bad seat in the house. You're going to be down here Friday and Saturday for the regional because it's going to be good.
Tom, it should be a great tournament. I mean, I think Nick said it here earlier in the show, if you're this far, you're either a good team or you're playing well.
Yep.
One of the two, and Granger's been through that district down there and faced Greenville, probably one of the best teams in the state, regardless of the division. And Coach Collins does an unbelievable job with those guys. They play technical baseball, meaning they do a lot of little things that some other teams don't do. They're going to hold runners. They're going to bunt when they need to bunt. They're going to run some first and thirds. They're going to pick guys, and they have 2 excellent guys on the mound. Kind of a really strong 1-2 punch. And I'm still trying to learn a little bit about Coach Yates and the Granger guys over there, but that's what these next few days are for. All 4 teams will be digging for information and trying to see what we do. And speaking of tactics, there's some decision to be made. The way this strange regional set up, who do you throw game 1? Who do you throw game 2? So there's a lot of coaching to be done here, but before we get to Friday.
It's double elimination too.
It is, but it's odd, how like you don't really play it all the way out. If you win the first 2 games, you're the number 1 seed, and if
crazy.
you just got to win 2, all right, before you lose 2.
Yep.
And that's what it is. And losing the first game in this setup just means you're not going to host in the sectional. It doesn't end your season, which is interesting. When years and years, this game was single elimination.
Yep. And I thought it was this year too,
Yep.
but it's not. I went down and the bracketings, go to TWSAA and find the bracketing.
Yeah.
It is somewhat confusing, but it is double elimination.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 3 games on Saturday.
Yep.
Noon, 3, and 6.
Yep.
So more than likely you'll play, if you lose Friday, you'll play twice on Saturday. You have
That's
to.
right. That's right. To make it, you certainly do.
Yeah.
So you'll have those 2 games Friday, and the winners will play game 1 on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
That noon game, and then the losers will play the 3 o'clock game, and then the winner of that 3 o'clock game will turn right around and play again to whoever lost the 12 o'clock game. So it's going to be a doubleheader for 2 teams, whoever they are there on Saturday, and But blink of an eye, your season's going to be over, and that's why you've got to be ready. You got to be on your best, giving it your best effort.
See, I disagree with that format, and I would be glad to tell them that because you play all year long. We played 33 games. We're 22-11. We played 33 games, been all over the place playing, and now you get down to the chance to go to the state tournament. You got to bunch them both up, play 2 or 3 games in one day on Saturday. 2 games in one day, potentially. Why? Why would you not come back? Did the same thing in basketball, did the same thing in volleyball. Why would you not? This is me, as I do with you. I'm just thinking, okay, everything you pour into this, you get down to, okay, like you said, it's a noon. Could be a noon and a 6. Could be a 3 and a 6.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes no sense to me. They have that much riding and importance, and all these kids work hard, that all they've done, put it down to you, well, we got to get it all resolved in one day. Why? Because you don't play the sectional until Wednesday. You could easily play Monday and come back on Tuesday, Wednesday, but maybe the coach won't do that. I
don't have enough history, Tom, really to understand and kind of being new to this part. I think the sectional is the best 2 out of 3. I've thought just like you, why not make this one the best 2 out of 3? The ones play the 2s, and but I mean, who knows? I mean, TWSAA does what they do, and they have reasons, and I'm not here. I don't have enough history to argue at this point.
Yeah. All I know is we're going to play Friday night.
That's right.
And then we'll play Saturday too. So you got to win 2. If you win 2, at any point you win 2, you go to the sectional. Is there 2 teams go to the sectional or one?
Two goes on. Whichever team wins the first 2 games will host, and the other team will go on the road. Kind of like what we did last year. Coach Presnell did. We need to go to Gibbs for the 2 out of 3 series down there.
Have you looked down the road past our region 2 down there?
I have, and I mean, I know Anderson County and Gibbs are both having a great year. Carter was having a great year early, but I haven't. I haven't really gone that far. I mean, we have a good Granger team on Friday, and that's as far as my vision goes.
As it should be. We did not talk about the MVP of the tournament, J.D. Hooks, and he had a good one too. He was on fire, and he deserved it.
Yeah, 100%. It's more than, I mean, I think he was 667 or something like that in those 3 games. But he had the huge stolen base there in the Unicoi game that got us back even, where they threw it away. And he called all 3 games, every pitch, every inning. He's a good leader back there. He knows how to communicate with those pitchers. And he deserved it. He deserved it. He deserved it. And I've mentioned about like hidden MVPs all year. We're talking about Jones a lot, how he was able to catch all those games that allowed JD to do what he did. If JD's caught all 30 games up to this point, it's hard. Even if you are at 17, it's hard on those legs and your body. So Jones has been able to do it all year. And I got to say something about Calix Doherty. He's a freshman, Tom, and he hadn't been on that field one time. He's managed our bullpen every game. Those guys come in like Cross that came in and shut the door. You know who's out there catching them? Calix is. And he's a guy that just gets behind the scenes. There's a lot of things that goes on, again, that the parents and the fan out there just doesn't know. And Calix is another hidden MVP for this team because he's the guy out there getting those pitchers ready before they come out of the bullpen.
Are you excited?
Oh, I stay excited. I stay excited. I love this, and when I stop getting excited, Tom, I'll stop doing this.
Yep, me and you both, because I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. I wish it was tonight, but it's not going to be Friday night down here at the Northeast Community Credit Union Ballpark. The Cyclones and the Granger Grizzlies and the Greenville Green Devils and the Unicoi County Blue Devils. So all the pitching, as far as how many days you got to rest, all that, everybody will be ready to go.
Everyone will be ready to go. You haven't really looked forward. I think weather right now, the extended forecast is okay. That'll play into this. If you get weather on Friday and Saturday, then you start worrying about that sectional, and your pitching matchups. But going in, everybody's fresh, and everybody will have their big guns, their big dogs, as you like to say it. They'll be ready to go, and it's shapes up to be an exciting weekend of baseball.
See what they got on the weather here real quick. I do want to say thanks to the folks that are listening and watching, or in this case listening, but we had a lot of good response. We're up over almost 4,000 views, which may not mean a lot to you, but for a high school baseball game on a Sunday afternoon, it's audio only. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Friday's going to be 73, Saturday 73, so this is a chance of rain on Friday, but that's 30%. So it looks like it's going to be a great baseball weather. Come down on Friday night, watch some baseball.
Yeah, playing on turf too. You know, Joe O'Brien, thanks to Boyd Sports and the city of Elizabeth and putting that turf down. That's a big key in some of these games where you don't have to postpone, don't have to go to the next day because you have that turf.
In closing, I like what you say. You said this baseball team and you too, Mike Corn, we're doing this for the city of Elizabeth and for the Cyclone Nation, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's nothing like playing for your hometown. And I hope as this era of transfers and all this is on the state legislature and TSSAA, and they're all talking about transfers. You know, if I go up and play for Dobbins Bennett, it's just not the same. You know, like, I want to go up there and play in a bigger league or whatever your reasons. I don't know. You don't like Coach Corn, you don't like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But you miss that, the glory days of playing for your community and for your family and for your just for your school. And there's nothing like it. And I still get chills thinking about playing 30 years ago. It's playing for your hometown. It's something that's different. Even if you get a chance to go on to college, it's just not the same as playing here for the Orange and Black.
I would agree. That's why I love doing these games, because there's just something about this town, and there's nothing wrong with the DBs and Science Hills, but it's just, you want to play here and play. It's a small town, hometown. It's a big deal. Friday night the place will be packed because it's a big deal. It's the event. The thing to do Friday night is come watch Cyclone baseball. Whether you're T. Duggar or Eastside Elementary or the high school, the place will be packed. It'll be a crawl with the Orange and Black.
Yeah.
Greenville will bring great fun. Same thing, Greenville. They mirror this town. Both have 14,000, 15,000 people. Both are very successful. Irwin's the same way. Granger's a little bit more spread out because it's a county school, but certainly Unicoi County and Greenville and Elizabethton will have that small hometown fever and flavor, and you'll see it in the stands.
Yeah.
And Granger will be in crowd. They'll bring a crowd too. So
you saw it there at Thomas Stadium. All those young junior Cyclones in their uniforms, there on the third base side. That was awesome to see. And they're out here supporting their older Cyclones.
One day they want to be playing for Coach Corn. So, and that's exactly how it works. That's why they're out there strutting around their little uniforms. And so I remember not that long ago, this little guy he was down on the football field. He was throwing passes from here to Ross's on a rope. I said, "Good night, who's this kid?" And I went up to hello, what's your name? He said, "He's about this tall, Red Slagle. He's going to be a Cyclone quarterback someday." He is.
Here he is.
But, it all starts out with all these little guys can say, I want to be J.D. Hooks one day. I want to be Evan Carter. I want to be this guy. I want to be that guy. And that's how it starts, right?
And I would say this to all those high school athletes out there that think the grass is greener on the other side. Listen, but big time is where you are. You make your environment, not the environment doesn't make you. And big time is exactly where you are. Stay at home, play for your community, wear your school's colors and pride, and stop being selfish and thinking that grass is green on the other side, because it's not. Big time's where you are.
He's always got a saying. Look for a pen. What was he said last week about the tree? Fruits, the juice and the fruits higher up on the tree.
Something like that.
Yeah, big time is where you are.
Big time is where you are.
This guy's full of quotes. Big time is where you are. That was last week. He said, juice your fruits higher up on the tree.
A little higher on the tree.
A little higher on the tree. Big time is where you are.
That low-hanging fruit's not as sweet, Tom.
No, everybody can pick it.
That's right.
So if it was easy to do, everybody would be doing it. So it's not easy to win 21 games in the league we were in. And look, Chad Gillis can coach his tail off Unicoi County. Preston Roberts can do it at Tennessee High. Mike Bringer stepped away at Sullivan East. Coach Miller down at Crockett. They get them all. Of course, Coach Corn. It's a heck of a league.
It is. It's good. It's been fun. And I would hats off to all of our coaches and how their kids handle themselves in the dugout. It's just a good league to be a part of.
Yeah. How many times you go to a game, because I've called these, where the guys scream and cheer and beat their gloves on top of the dugout railing and just like goof him, thinking, just play the game.
That's right.
Just play it. We don't need to have a concert over there screaming, hollering, whistling, and cat calling. Just play the game.
That's right.
I'm not for that.
I'm not a fan of it either.
No.
I just, you respect the game, you respect your opponent, and just see well, you hit the ball, you catch the ball, and just see who does it the best.
As my father used to say, boys, the scoreboard will tell the story.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you got to remember.
Let your bats do the talking.
Yeah. Don't tell me how good you are, show me. And the scoreboard will tell the story. There you go.
When it's all said and done, Tom, usually more said than done.
Yes. Big time's where you are.
That's right.
And the fruit's juicier higher up the tree you go. I love it. See you Friday?
Go Cyclones.
Go Cyclones. You got it. Quick break. We'll wrap this thing up right after this time out from one of our great sponsors, Northeast Community Credit Union. As we're here live again at Chick-fil-A and Elizabethton on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Mike Korn should be the coach of the year. First year coach, 21-11, district tournament championship, heading off to regional in his first year. Should be. I don't know who votes on it. I don't. But I'm casting my vote right now. Should be the conference coach of the year, this man right here. Quick break. Back after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Tom Taylor Sports Show. Got a brand new product. Tell me what's going on.
We sure do. We have contactless Visa debit cards, and some of you all have been asking and wanting to know, when are you going to implement that? We are hitting the ground running. So right now you can get your free instant issue contactless debit cards at Northeast Community Credit Union, and that's just another form of payment. So you've got the mag strip on the back, you've got your contactless, invisible, what you want to call it, if you want to pay that way for tabless, or you've got your chip. So we're just staying up to date with all the things, and we listened to you. So you wanted that, and that's what we can provide. And we've implemented it with hard work, behind the scenes, a lot of teamwork, effort, and come get your contactless Visa debit card today.
Available now.
Yes.
At all locations. Our locations are?
They are in Roe Mountain. They are in Elizabethton, one in behind Elizabethton High School, our main office. And then we have one off of 19E in Elizabethton. We have one in Johnson City off of West Oakland Avenue.
Social media, how do we find you?
You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, or bemycu.org.
And the magic main number is?
423-547-1200.
Brand new product from Northeast Community Credit Union. Proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Talking to Dr. Justin Smith, one of our great sponsors here at the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. A lot of them out there. What do you feel like separates physical therapy services from all the competition?
Well, number one is that we're local. The money that you spend with us stays here. Mm-hmm. This is not a large corporate venture that your money goes to Florida or Miami or up to Chicago or wherever. We are a true mom and pop facility. We pride ourselves on that, number one. Number two, we don't have a bunch of higher ups, VPs, multiple presidents that we have to end up making a bunch of profit to be able to pad their pockets. The money that we make in physical therapy services, we reinvest back into the community. So that's why we have our Class 4 laser, we have our Ultra G, we have all the equipment that nobody else in the area has. And we can provide services and for the people of Elizabethton, of Carter County, Roan Mountain, Hampton, Stony Creek, Mountain City, Johnson City. That's why we have people from all over the area that flock to our facility because they know they're going to get the best care, state-of-the-art care with the most state-of-the-art equipment.
It's awesome. Can't top that, folks. Great sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. The great folks at Physical Therapy Services. Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabeth with your favorite school's t-shirts, polos, or hoodies. They can put your school, church, or company's logo on lots of different styles of hats, including Nike and Richardson and now Travis Matthew. Windbreakers, sublimated shirts, pullovers, koozies. They can order for any area school and your favorite team. Dry Fit sleeveless hoodies, Nike Dry Fit t-shirts, women's and toddler sizes. You can order any uniform for any sport, including the pants or shorts from Brummett Sports Shop. And they always have a clearance rack to save you money. Plaques, trophies, medals, and ribbons, and all the engraving is done in-house. And they offer hard-to-find Letterman jackets of your favorite school for guys, ladies, and now elementary and middle school athletes too. And they offer all the different sports patches as well. Brummett Sports Shop, downtown Elizabeth, and Facebook, Instagram, website, BrummettSportsShop.com, phone 542-2321, Brummett Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton. He's still talking baseball. He loves it. We're glad he's here. You replaced a good man, too. Oh, gosh. I gotta give this to him. Oh, we gotta do that. Take a break. We'll be right back. We'll come back and we'll wrap this thing up right after this in the Jewelers Bench. Our buddy Sherry Holtzclaw, the owner of the Jewelers Bench, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Dillon Sports Show. A lot of jewelry stores. Why trade at the Jewelers Bench?
So we've been in business for 26 years. John is the jeweler. Everything is done here. It stays here. We do not send anything out. You know, you go and buy from Zales or somewhere like that, you've got to send it off, and it's 4 weeks or whatever. But if you have any issues with your pieces, then he's here, and you can talk to him face to face. You know, we've got great employees, great customers that have become pretty much family, and we are, you know, like you had mentioned, on some of second generation of people coming in. And, you know, it just, I think it says a lot being in business in a small town for almost 26 years.
Yep. You served your mom and dad, and now the kids are grown up, and you're serving them now. Take care of their jewelry needs as well. So, I mean, they're running the full slate. Watches, rings, Pandora. Oh, gosh. What else? You've got the Glock. You've got the Bearing watches. You got the G-Shocks. What else you got? What other watches?
So we have watches. So you said Citizens. Bearing, G-Shock. That's, yeah. I've got a new, some new bearings coming in soon.
So, full line of watches, full line of everything you need right here. The full-time jewelry store with the jewelry repair. The Jewelers Bench. Hours are open.
So we're open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and on Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
Social media, how do we find you?
So we're on Facebook and Instagram.
And the phone number is?
423-542-5600.
Great sponsor, been at it a long time. We love promoting the Jewelers Bench right here on the Tom Miller Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. There we go. Got straightened up. I can find my microphone. Jesse, the Storm Tracker Cycler's here, our weather guy. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. Doing great. So, what's our week look like? What's our spring look like? Got hot weather coming, cool weather coming. We in Blackberry winter. We're Redbud winter. Where are we right now?
Blackberry winter is what the colloquial term would be from Southerners. This time of year when the blackberries start to be in bloom, you tend to get that little bit of a cold snap. So highs today are right around 60, give or take a little bit. So they're definitely cooler than average. Not freezing cold, but cooler than average. Breeze out there, some scattered shower activity. Can't rule out some small hail with some of the showers, but nothing too serious. Just some hit and miss kind of stuff. And tomorrow, we may have a few showers, about a 40% chance of hit and miss shower activity. Cool temperatures continuing in the 60s. Our lows are in the 40s the next few mornings and highs generally in the 60s. We might hit 70 on Thursday.
The old Southern grandma used to say, don't plant anything till the 10th because that's your frost date. Are we going to be okay? Today is today's the 5th.
I think that higher elevations, highest elevations may stand a low risk of frost this week. Saturday morning might be cutting it a little close for some of us, but I think it's going to be closer to 40. We'll just have to see how that goes. But, yeah, it's going to be cooler overall this week. I usually tell people wait through Mother's Day weekend, so that's about what you're saying. But I think we're going to escape frost down here. I'd be more worried at higher elevations.
So this is Blackberry winter right here.
Yeah, because blackberries generally bloom around this time of year, so.
Early part of May. Yeah,
that is right.
Mine are blooming in the backyard, my blackberries. So, yep, blackberry winter. We've had redbud, we had dogwood, had blackberry. And what's the other one you told me last year?
Little Britches winter. That's what the colonial term way on back when they said it's the last time they pull out their long underwear before summer really sets in. So sometimes you get a little cool snap at the end of May, but that's never anything too serious.
Yeah. So Little Britches is when? About this time?
Usually end of May.
End of May.
Yeah.
Little Britches winter, where you get a little cool snap, you got to put on your long johns one more time.
Yeah, that's right.
So I think we're okay.
Yeah. I think so. Looks hotter towards the middle of the month, I will say that. So
for guys our size, we big britches winter. So we're
right.
Pretty big
Very
boys.
big britches.
That's
Yep.
it.
You're right.
We're men of girth. So
correct.
So when you go to break, you work your Chick-fil-A. So when you go to break, you have the whole menu to choose from. What do you get?
I like the spicy deluxe. That's spicy sandwich has been my favorite for 12, 13 years.
There you go.
That has never changed.
Have you had this yet? The frosted.
Frosted. It's really good. It's been popular, big seller. The pineapple dragon fruit is a big seller in all categories, but especially lemonade and the frosted lemonade.
I got confused that they asked for pineapple dragonfly, and it's like, what?
Well, also we had a few people slip up and say passion fruit, which is a previous Chick-fil-A specialty drink from a few years ago. So it's easy to get them mixed up.
Vacation season coming, you get ready to go to the beach. This man's dialed into the Carolina weather. Tell me about that too.
Over at Carolina Weather Authority with meteorologist Mike Griffith on Facebook. So if you have any questions, send us a message. You're welcome to give us a follow there.
School's going to get out in a couple of weeks. Folks start looking towards the beach Memorial Day weekend, Mother's Day weekend. So if you're getting ready to go to the Carolinas for vacation, where do we go? How do we find out?
Carolina Weather Authority on Facebook.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Jesse, the Storm Tracker Cyclers is going to be an okay week. There you
yes,
go.
Sir.
Pass it on to the appropriate folks, please.
Man.
Yep, and we'll let you go enjoy your break.
I appreciate you having me on, as always.
The Storm Tracker Cycler, we don't get him very often, but he is the official meteorologist of the Tom Miller Sports Show. Has been for a couple of years, so we got to figure out some way to get you over on my Facebook page every day. We can have a weather forecast every day from you, not just when you can get you come in on the show on Mondays.
Okay.
We need a weather forecast every day from you, somehow. Somehow we're going to be able to do that.
We'll figure it out.
I'm a technical geek, so I don't know how to do that. He does, or Carrie probably does, my IT lady.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to be able to show me how to go every day. You wake up on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page, and there's today's weather forecast, or the extended forecast or something.
Sounds good.
By Storm Tracker Zyker, that's what I want. I just know how to do it, because he's good. Now, he's a Chick-fil-A employee, but he's hot button when he's not Chick-fil-A-ing. He's a weather guy. He does, and he studies it, not just he's out, willy-nilly around. He actually studies it, takes it very serious.
Yes, sir. Trying to do.
And he does a good job at it. So, except when he starts talking that bad word in the wintertime, that S-N-O-W thing. Oh, yeah. But this is going to be a good day. Blackberry winter. Go enjoy your break. Thank you, sir. Yep.
All right. Have a good day.
Yep. Quick break. We'll come back and wrap it up right after this from Chick-fil-A. Wrapping up show number 2280 right after this.
So I stopped in at Chick-fil-A for lunch and saw Officer Wilson come in. I decided to place a dine-in mobile order and have a cookie delivered to him just to show appreciation for his service for our community.
A few minutes later, I noticed that Officer Wilson had gotten up and left, and I knew he hadn't gotten his cookie yet.
And I'm headed to my car. I turn around and I see Allie, and she's running after me.
Mr. Police Officer, Mr. Police Officer.
Usually when someone yells officer, officer, they want to ask me about a ticket they got. I absolutely wanted the cookie. This cookie's delicious.
And again, with Double C Western Supply, a lot of Western stores out there. What do you feel like separates Double C from all the other competition?
I feel like there's a lot of things that separate us. Our customer service, I feel like we help our customers very well. I feel like we're very friendly, and at least we try to be. We strive to be a friendly, family-based business. I also feel like our prices are very good. I feel like we try to keep our prices and our merchandise to a point that the whole family can shop here. And I mean, some things do have to be a little more expensive just because of the nature, but I feel like we try to keep our prices down low enough. And just we're always just striving to get the next newest merchandise, the best merchandise that we can for them, and just we just try our best to do the best we can all the time. So I feel like, mainly that our customer service and our prices kind of differentiate us.
There you go.
Yeah.
Double C Western Supply on Railroad Street in Elizabeth. And again, social media, they're there, and also the website, doublecwestern.com. So proud sponsor of the show, Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Miss Diana and the great folks at Double C Western Supply in Elizabeth. And be loyal, buy local, buy it in Betsy. Amazon doesn't sponsor your ball teams, but Double C Western Supply does.
And back to the Tom Taylor Sports Show, wrap this thing up. Baker says, I'm up. City's never asked me to call a game. Yeah, I asked Whitney Blevins to help me call ball games. She did it one time. For some reason, it's not popped up. I don't know why. Lisa Baker, best loan officer ever. Whitney Blevins does a great job. Chris Britt says, hi, Whitney and Tom, what a duo. Thank you. Hello, Carl Wilson. Liz Wandell. Thank you, Molly Glover, Carrie Reed. Linda Birchfield, Becky Muncie, thanks for calling the ball games, bringing you the ball games, and we appreciate that very, very much. That's going to do it. Karen Faye, Liza Berger, and 18 other folks. Phone's being wonky today. I'm not sure who these people are or why it's not showing. Everybody's watching, but I'm sure it's something with this goofy phone. But anyway, thank you for watching the show. We're getting ready to wrap it up. And so we're going to use the verse today to end our broadcast. Thanks again to Whitney Blevins from Northeast Community Credit Union, Emma Masick from Elizabeth Parks and Rec, Mike Korn, baseball coach, Elizabethton, and also big thanks to just now Jesse, the Storm Tracker Sacker, our weather guy, and also Nick Miller, the assistant athletic director for the Cyclones. Appreciate them very, very much being with us here on the show. So tomorrow, Big John's Closeouts. Yeah, going to be there tomorrow. There's some great specials going on for Mother's Day. We'll do that again tomorrow. Looking forward to that. So, and we'll be ready for that tomorrow. Let's give you the verse of the day before we get out of here. And it goes like this. Let's see, it is right up here. And it says, do not be anxious, Philippians 4:6. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your request to God. Now, it says we're not to worry about what it is that is troubling us. We're not supposed to worry about it, but instead, we're supposed to But instead, what we ask him to help us with, we're to thank him for listening and acting upon the requests we bring to him. Thank you, Lord Jesus, that you love us and care for us enough that you want to do that. Philippians 4:6. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your request to God. That's the verse of the show, Philippians 4:6 here on the Tom Dillon Sports Show. What was the lady's name over here? Michelle Imboden. Very kind. She saw her a while ago and said some very nice things about the show and about the broadcast. Thank you very much. Hey, we're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Back at it tomorrow. Big John's Closeouts. We'll be ready to go tomorrow, 11 to 1. Show number 2281. So until then, we'll say as always, bloom where you planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 2280 today from Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on the Tom Dillon Sports Show. Big thanks to Tommy and Mary Tipton and all the associates here at Chick-fil-A. They do a great job. And, of course, you know what we're sipping on here, the dragon fruit, pineapple dragon fruit. Get it 4 ways. Lemonade, the frosty, which is what I like, the Sunjoy, or the tea. Good. It's good through June the 7th, and we'll switch over to the peach milkshakes are coming in early June. So another month or so of the Smokehouse Barbecue Chicken Sandwich and, as we said, the dragon fruit. That'll do it. Back with you tomorrow from Big John's Closeouts. Until then, bloom where you planted and win or lose. Be a good sport. Again, thanks for watching show number 2280